Welcome to the 2026 Deakin University Under-18 Girls A Grand Final. We are live from Knox Gardens Reserve on the last day of the junior season for season 2026, and it is Blackburn about to take on East Ringwood in a massive grand final clash. An undefeated Blackburn outfit that enter the game as favourites, 14-0 in the home and away season, a 97-point qualifying final win to move straight to the grand final. They take on the Roos, who have qualified today after a thrilling 1-point victory in the preliminary final to book their spot on grand final day. A massive welcome to everyone today, and also a welcome to Brett Davidson alongside myself, Ryan Long, for a massive day. We've got this game followed by the under 17.5A boys grand final. Great to be live streaming some obviously some junior grand finals this weekend. Oh, definitely. I'm really excited about watching these two games. I've just spent a bit of time watching the under 14A grand final between Wanturna South and Listerfield. Listerfield had a 3-goal win in that game, and gee, some of the footy played by these girls was just sensational. A young lady, number 7 for the captain for Listerfield, I think her name is Wilkes, is it? Just have a quick look at her name, but I tell you what, she took some of the best marks you'd ever want to see in a player playing football. Her work around the ground was fantastic, and gee, it was a good game of football to watch. But looking forward to this game, I know that Blackburn have been the standout side this year, and just some of the things that they've done this year when you're talking about, they've had 3 games that they've kicked 100 plus in. Yep. They've had 3 games where they've kicked 85 plus. They've been kept to a couple of the lower scores of 65 and 43, but they're on wet days. Yes. So we've had a couple this year. So they've really been an exciting machine, the way that they've gone about their football. They've got some real stars. The ones we know about, well, obviously number 1, Molly Brow, is a top-line player. Sienna Landy, who is Josiah Landy's sister. Yes. So Josiah Landy plays in Norwood Seniors, but he's also on Collingwood's VFL list, and he's played 3 or 4 games for Collingwood VFL this year. Super footballer, young kid. I think he still qualifies potentially even for under 19s. He's that good. And Sienna has played 5 or 6 games with the Norwood senior side this year, and I believe might have played last year as well. So already playing senior footy, and to have someone like that is a huge bonus for the Blackburn side. And there's a couple of girls doing that throughout the group. So I know there's a girl playing at Heathmont Seniors. Yep. Who also plays in Templestowe Reserves. Violet Milletta, I think her name is. Yeah, it is, and I think from having obviously doing the senior women's live streams across the season, you see some of the juniors that get a shot at senior level, and they're automatically one of the best players in the side, and that is, I think, going to be on show today with a lot of these players who have been playing not just for a little bit, they've been playing their entire career and junior career, and I think that's going to certainly make for some really good footy, Davo. Definitely, and one of the other things, young Samantha O'Donnell's kicked 46 goals for the year. For Blackburn, she's certainly going to be someone that we need to have a look at. Abby Sharp for East Ringwood's kicked 38 goals, so she certainly is someone. And then they've got a bit of a mix of goal kickers that have kicked their 16, 17, 18 goals, and that's Ambry Duke and Lara Sterrett and Sienna Bandera, so they're going to be good. Just looking at the two sides lining up, the one thing you notice straight away is you've got a Blackburn side that are all fairly even in their size, and they're quite tall, and you've got a much quicker, younger, or not younger, but quicker, smaller side in East Ringwood. The coaching's going to be interesting. Adrian Fidelani, well known for coaching the senior East Ringwood girls over the last couple of years and being very, very successful. And Adrian Laverso, who's got the job for Blackburn Black, has done an enormous job as well. So it's going to be fantastic to see what goes on and how it works. And if East Ringwood can have a good start and put the clamps on a little bit,
it'll then be the challenge that Blackburn need.
Absolutely, and we might cross down now because I believe we'll have the national anthem. So there we go, ready to go. There's the Premiership Cup on ground for the under-18A girls grand final day out here at Knox Gardens Reserve. We've had a beautiful morning out here at Knox. The weather's been fantastic. So hopefully that remains the way for the rest of the afternoon and we get a really, really good game of football today. Having a look at, we talked a lot about Blackburn for East Ringwood coming into the season this year. They were 11-3 in the home and away. They finished in second position and played Blackburn in that first final in the second semi. They bounced back last week with a really impressive win over Montana South. They earned that one with a 1-point victory, which got them through to the grand final today. And of course, their head-to-head record, it's 3-0 in favour of Blackburn. But Davo, you've been around a lot of football over the years, and sometimes grand final day throw up a few bizarre results, and sometimes you can just stay in the game early. It can really start to work in your favour once you get a little bit further in.
Especially when you've got a side that's been so dominant as what Blackburn have been. I mean, that's what I'm saying. If East Ringwood can come out and just keep things, whether it's they keep it ugly for a little while or just don't allow Blackburn to get any flow, then the pressure goes back onto Blackburn, because the reality is that everyone's expecting them to come out and win. They've shown through the year that they've been excellent, but grand finals are a different game of football. There's different pressures, and if you haven't played in them before, you've got your own expectations and own pressures that you put on yourself. So I think it'll be really interesting to see how Blackburn attack it, but I'll be interested also to see how Adrian gets his girls up and to see what sort of structures that they set up here to take away the strengths that Blackburn have got. But yeah, really, really going to be good game of footy I'm hoping for, especially at the start. We really want the start to be nice and tight, and this to be a great showcase of women's footy. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of big names in both sides, and I think we're going to see a lot more of them even after this season as they start to get into their senior careers. But very much looking forward to this one. Thanks for joining us today on EFNL YouTube. If you're just joining us now, we'll be live streaming both the Under-18A Girls Grand Final and the Under-17.5 Boys Grand Final, which will follow out here at Knox Gardens Reserve at 2:55 p.m. as we're almost ready to go for the start of this one as the sides get ready to make their way out onto the ground. A great crowd for today's Grand Final day across the day. It's always good to see a lot of different clubs in grand finals. We've had quite a few at the different venues today. As said, it was Listerfield and Montana South in the previous grand final, and we've now got both Blackburn and East Ringwood who have great following, and I'm sure they'll be out in force for the remainder of today's. We're almost ready to go. Well, it looks like young lady there, Marley Hicks for Blackburn. I wonder if she's any relation to Billy Hicks. Yes, another Blackburn. Of a good Blackburn fan. She's a tall ruckman, but this is where they got some keys here in the midfield. Well, here we go. First bounce of the Under-18A Girls Grand Final, and it's Blackburn to win the first tap down. That was by Hicks. Trying to go forward. They'll be kicking to your left side of your screen. This first term. And we get first ball up. Still in the middle of the ground here at Knox Gardens Reserve. Out of the ruck, Bandera up. I'll move this along now. Sarah
towards us on the broadcast side. Socket off the ground, comes back out to Laverso. Going to be important today for Blackburn. He's had a fantastic season. Right in front of us, umpire lets it play on, giving East Ringwood a bit of an opportunity to get one out. Bandera got the handball away. Stolen away here from East Ringwood. Great pressure. That was by Duke in the middle of the ground, but Blackburn maintain possession of the ball. That was Brower who sends this one towards centre half forward. Picked up nicely by Rowe. And now towards goal for the first goal of the grand final. It's not quite going to make it. It's a one-on-one battle. Spinning around on the right, doing fantastically to just almost get through O'Donnell. That was touched on the line. And you mentioned her, Davo, going to be pretty key up forward. Her first look at it.
I tell you what, I think they'd be happy already, East Ringwood. Some of their pressure already has been really good. 3 or 4 good tackles. Even then, the pressure on the ball carrier to score was really impressive. So that's a good start for them.
Yeah, it certainly is. There's East Ringwood to take the kick in towards us on the broadcast side, just clearing the pack, but coming back. Again, good pressure from the Roos, and they'll be rewarded here. Holding the ball, free kick going the way of Ross. So Hayley Ross, fantastic tackle there. Sends this one towards us, broadcast side, and it rolls across the line.
I think it was touched by Ava Laverso, so it'll just be a ball up.
So right in front of the East Ringwood bench, as we mentioned. Coming in as the underdogs today, but very exciting for them to get to grand final day after what was a fantastic performance last week. The tap down one by Hicks. Ball hits the deck, a chance now for Sterrett. Again, Hicks involved. Been involved quite a bit in this opening couple of minutes.
So already what Blackburn want to do is they want to get one player out the front, so they want that handball out the front to move it on. And it's all about East Ringwood's tackling pressure.
So it was Bandera out of the ruck, which gave first possession for the Roos midfield. Juggling it across the line there, Landy. We'll get another stoppage right in front of us. And as we mentioned, and we'll continue to mention in this first quarter, massive, massive test here for the Roos. They'd love to go in at quarter time in front and just put a bit of pressure on Blackburn, who have been simply outstanding all season this year. We get another ball up. Bandera wins out the tap down. Sterrett's been involved a lot. Her handball was cut off, though, this time by Marshall. The vice-captain did well. Got it forward for Blackburn. On the hands and knees, getting the hands away that time as Phillips wrapped up.
So they've gone one-on-one all over the ground, East Ringwood. So that's a good start, not allowing any free players out.
Absolutely is a chance for Blackburn. They put on the pressure again. Good tackling from both sides in the opening quarter. Copping one high that time. There's going to be a free kick towards Blackburn. So going forward, it'll be Rowe. She'll send it towards goal. Plenty of East Ringwood numbers out the back. It falls into the hands of a Blackburn forward who puts it through for the first of the grand final. Blackburn on the board. And they move to 1-1-7 to 1 behind.
Can't see her number yet, but she'll turn around. I think she's playing centre half forward. And she's not going to do the right thing and give us her number. But, an opportunist goal there over the top.
Absolutely, and just having a quick look, that was Jessica Cheevers, the skipper, getting the first on the board. We know just how important she is to the lineup, so Cheevers gets the first one for Blackburn. Down the middle again. East Ringwood looking to get the clearance forward. Neville, their first inside 50 for the morning. Coming off hands this one, but plenty of numbers for the Roos around this one. They've got 4 on 3. The kick forward that time. Swakov involved in that contest. Big tackle. But the Roos have got it where they want it, inside their forward half of the ground.
They've pushed 2 players back behind play to stop anything coming out.
Trying to clear this one out. Landy got the hands away. This is brilliant from Blackburn, just taking on the opposition. That time was Shaw. She's still going through the middle. Loses the ball with the bounce, though, unfortunately for her. Stolen away Bandera. Tried to get her hands off. Involved again with Shaw. And the handball couldn't quite hit the target as Now an opportunity for Blackburn. Running 3 there was Ross. Ross inside 50 towards the pocket. They can keep this one in through O'Donnell. They do. O'Donnell is going to run into an open goal and get her first of the grand final. Blackburn second, 2-1-13. East Ringwood yet to score.
Oh, look, that was just tremendous football. First of all, from defensively, they continue to push the ball forward. That was a beautiful kick from Black, I think it was, you were saying? Yeah, beautiful kick from her down to the forward line, and then a well-worked goal, a really well-worked goal. You can see those forwards working together extremely well. A lovely little handball, and a girl that's kicked 30 or 40-odd goals, 46 goals, she certainly knows what she's doing.
Oh, 100%, and they look to try and get this one out of the middle again. A handball that time came from Marshall and got it off to Landy. Back to Marshall. They link up again. This is brilliant play as they go inside 50. We know the forwards are dangerous, and there is O'Donnell. Kicked the last goal. And you can understand why she's kicked so many this season. Already looking for goal number 2, and we're just 6.5 minutes into this first term.
And again, you talk about her craft was great. Her ability to read the drop of the football, then play in front, nice chest mark, goes back. Let's see her kicking style.
So O'Donnell lines up. This one will be to the left and hits the behind post, so no score out of that one. Blackburn currently leading 2-1-13 to the Roos, no score. We've played 7 minutes into this first term. Thanks for joining us on EFNL YouTube as the Roos look to escape their back half. They've done nicely here, in towards the corridor. Can they get a mark out of this? Great mark in defence. That was Molly Brower standing under that one. Looks to put it in towards the corridor. Finds a target again. They've worked this nicely. It's Zoe Marshall, who's been involved quite a bit. Sees a target, finds her. It's Rowe. Inside 50, almost another mark. It is. Juggling it off the chest to take
I think it's the captain
another
again.
grab. And yes, you're correct. Who already has one on the board. Kicked the first of the grand final. And now Jessica Cheevers will line up for goal number 2. Wasting no time on this one as she lines up. Her kick towards the left again. So potentially a bit of wind out there. Potentially playing a factor. That's their second behind. 2-2-14 to no score.
And both those kicks actually missed by a fair way, so there could be a bit of a breeze down there.
It does look like it at the moment. The 2 set shots that have come out of play here. Landy almost takes the intercept mark. Inside 50 again through Marshall. And the Roos in defence. They take an important mark. They're under a fair bit of pressure at the moment from the Blackburn forwards. Trying to get this forward. The mark by Johnston just paid inside the line, and now she's off. Looks to play on, it's turned over, well smothered there by Ross towards goal. It's a 1-on-1, and getting behind that one to win the take the mark there was Chelsea Nunn, the skipper for East Ringwood. Took the last grab and looks to play on straight away. Was trying to get that one out to Duke. Kept alive. And it looks like a free kick this way going the way of the Roos. And in fact, it is. So the umpire just getting the runner to move off the field there before she takes her kick out of defence. Looking for a mark at the half-back line. Almost a big grab there by Landy. Was in front position. They scrap this one out. Going forward again. Ross towards goal. Bouncing across the line.
She's been very dangerous so far. Left footer, just getting out of the contest, getting front of the contest and driving it into the forward line 3 times now.
Certainly is. The clearing kick. Couldn't quite get out of their back half. Could none. Who's been good so far in the opening quarter for an East Ringwood point of view. Got a big morning ahead, a big afternoon ahead, I should say. There to go on and win today. The handball that time came from Bandera. Now they're off and racing. This is good from East Ringwood. They've linked up nicely. That was beautiful play, and they've got some numbers in front if they can keep this moving. The handball that time from Sterrett. They continue to maintain possession. Sterrett's handball forward this time was cut off. They've still got plenty of numbers around this contest. There she is again. She's had 3 or 4 disposals in the last 30 seconds. Underneath this one, Laverso. She's wrapped up in the tackle and holding the ball free kick. Well done here by the Roos. So Sharp is a known goal kicker. Sends this one forward. Plenty of Blackburn defenders Underneath that one is a clearing kick from Brower. It's been cut off once again from the root. So they've been able to lock it in themselves. Goes forward by two Blackburn defenders, all going nowhere, so they get a stoppage, but inside their forward half.
I just need the East Ringwood forwards to just be a little bit more accountable. They're just standing. I just need the East Ringwood forwards to just be a little bit more accountable. They're just standing around at the moment, letting their defenders run off them a little bit.
Here's Landy. Gets through traffic and handballs it back, and they try and link up to Laverso, who's cut off once again by the Roos. Keeping this one alive, doing well was Neville. Her kick out of bounds on the full under a lot of pressure there. So Blackburn to take possession. We're 11 minutes into this first term. It's 2-2-14. Blackburn. East Ringwood yet to score. Long kick out of defence towards us on the broadcast side. It's going to come straight back. The handball from Bendera, who's been good so far in this game. Getting through traffic was Duke. Got her hands off it. It was turned over. Blackburn were in the right position as they moved this one down the line. In front there was Jones. Tried to tap it forward to her or to a teammate, comes back out, and Nunn's wrapped up and will get another ball up.
You know, they've done really well. I mean, we've played nearly 12 minutes of footy, and I know they haven't scored, but they've really put a lot of good pressure on at the moment, East Ringwood.
They certainly have. I'd love to get a goal on the board in this opening quarter, but it's Blackburn who's going to go forward through row. Can they get a mark out of this? Ball comes out the back. Who's going to get there first? You could almost just guess off for the... sock it off. And just a reminder, score. O'Donnell. Just say every time it gets out the back, she's very quick to get there.
She is, and she just read that so well. She saw there was a contest 2-on-1, didn't go up to make it a 2-on-2, stayed down, and the ball went over the back, and she nearly got a kick off the ground goal.
So in the end, it's just a minor score, 2-3-15. Blackburn, East Ringwood get the score. Out of defence again. No mark was taken, but they've set this up nicely again, Blackburn. There's Ross, who was involved in quite a few passages of play so far. Landy, she's first to the football. Can't quite keep it in, though. Umpires called that back. Crossed the boundary line. But they're right where they want it. They're inside their forward half of the ground. After having the opening 2 goals of the game. Trying to clear this one out for the Roos. Their defenders been under a ton of pressure so far in this game. This one's a dangerous kick, doing nicely. There was Johnston. Got her hands off in time and speeding away, clearing kick out of defence. They get a mark out of this, not quite. It was dropped by Wild. And now it'll be a ball up about 55 out from the Blackburn goals. As we get that ball up. Tap down was won by Parsons. Clearing inside forward 50 kick from Marshall. And there she is again. It's O'Donnell who takes the mark on the chest. Good lead. She's already had one set shot today. This one's a bit more to the left. Probably a slight angle, but a fair way out. So we'll see if she can get onto this one. That's a great kick off the boot. It's going to go left. So it does hit the out of bounds
post again.
So
she's had 2 posters, but they've been the outer posters instead of the inner ones.
It certainly had the distance.
Oh, yeah, great kick.
That's a very, very good kick of the football, and I'm sure she'll adapt to the conditions as well the longer this grand final goes, as once again the Roos just trying to get out of their back half of the ground. 14 minutes gone first term. 2-3-15 Blackburn. East Ringwood yet to score. Burners coming in as the hot favourites, winning all 14 home and away games and a qualifying final, as Landy did well to find a teammate who sends it long inside forward 50. Out the back, a lot of pressure for the skipper here for the Roos. He does well not to concede a goal on this one, but we get a ball up right in front of the Blackburn goals. Tap down was won by Nunn. There's O'Donnell chasing this one. At ground level was Ross. Or Rees. And a free kick here going the way of O'Donnell.
Must have, when they've come into tackle, I think they may have caught her high.
So it's her 3rd shot on goal from a set shot point of view. She's already got 1 on the day. They're looking for her first as a set shot kick. So this one from O'Donnell how she's judged this one. She's gone to the right this time, so just a minor score. But she's been involved in a lot. 2-4-16 Blackburn.
Yeah, the breeze does look like it's pushing down deep into that pocket.
It might just be one of those things as the day progresses where it stays that way and she just adjusts as they go inside 50 again, hitting up another target, Blackburn. And now a chance, Rowe. She's played a lot of footy through her junior career.
They've done that really, really well. They've created the space into that area to lead into.
So Rowe's kick. Again, the wind pulls it to the left. O'Donnell almost took the grab. They might try and keep this one in. They don't. And it's out of bounds and East Ringwood.
She's got some real talent, hasn't she?
Oh.
Even playing like her leading, her speed, but also overhead's been very impressive.
Yeah, been outstanding. As Nunn almost gets this kick out. It's going to come straight back out. The mark was taken by Marshall, who's playing on straight away. Sees a target. The bounce doesn't suit her intended target as it's picked up this time by Rowe. And her shot on goal minor score. So 2-5-17 Blackburn. East Ringwood yet to score. Almost 17 minutes gone first term.
If the siren goes, they won't feel too bad, I don't think, East Ringwood, because I think they'll be kicking with the breeze the next quarter. And while they've had opportunities and it's been in the forward 50 a lot for East Ringwood, they haven't taken advantage of it yet.
That's true. Just the 2 goals conceded for the Roos. As that wind just picked up a fair bit then as the siren goes for quarter time. And a good quarter from Blackburn. They currently lead this one 2-5-17 to East Ringwood, yet to score. The goal kick is in that quarter. O'Donnell has one and the captain, Jessica Cheevers, also has one. We're going to take a quick break here and then be back for the second quarter action in this Under-18A Girls Grand Final. Welcome back to the Deakin University Under-18A Girls Grand Final between Blackburn and East Ringwood. We're back from the quarter-time break, and it is currently Blackburn leading 2-5-17 to East Ringwood yet to score. I'm Ryan Long, joined by Brett Davidson. Good first quarter from both sides. We saw a bit from both, particularly Blackburn. They had a lot of forward 50 entries. We'll see if that continues here as we get the first bounce of the second quarter. East Ringwood now kicking towards your left of the screen as first to the footy is Landy. Going nowhere there. The tackle was good, and the pressure from Duke, the vice-captain of East Ringwood. Can they get something going through this? Ross, her kick cut off, and now Blackburn go forward. Their first inside 50 of the second term. The leading target, that is Freeman, who takes the mark on the chest. It was a beautiful kick. She'll look to play on, looking to hit up a target, and she does just that in row.
That was just tremendous football then. Really good.
Yep.
I think that was, said it was Ross with the kick again.
Yep.
She's been very impressive, hasn't she?
Oh,
with
absolutely.
her kicking.
One of the best players on the ground so far in the first quarter is coming in row. Her kick on the way. Touch doesn't go through, so still alive. Nunn wants to clear that across the line, and she does so. So a minus score. That moves Blackburn to 2-6-18. To the Roos yet to score. And it'll be Sterrett, I think, who will take the kick in here for the Roos. See what they can do from here. They might come towards us on the broadcast side. It's exactly where Sterrett is heading. Towards a pack of players out the back. Great hands. That was Nunn again, the skipper. Been one of the Roos' best so far. She kicks down the line. Bounce might favour them. They've got 3 numbers there. They apply the pressure, but copped a high tackle, did Laverso. It's Millie Laverso. Has earned herself a free kick.
That hurt. They had 3 on 1 then.
Yeah, it was a big chance there for the Roos. She finds a target in Shaw, who goes into the corridor. Once again, it's Ross chasing this one. Picked up nicely off the left boot. Inside 50, using the body well, pushing past her opposition. Couldn't quite take the grab, but did fantastically. Got the hands away. That time did Rowe. Using the body, that time Lohman. She gets her handball off to a teammate coming past, off to Landy. Landy gets past traffic and then puts this in the O'Donnell direction. Almost grabbing that as well was Hicks. Ball hits the deck. And we're going to get a stoppage inside 50. They are looking very dangerous, that forward line for Blackburn. The ball up. Hicks wins the tap down towards the boundary line. And once again, we'll get another ball up, still inside Blackburn's forward 50. They've had 8 scoring shots, but just the 2 goals so far. So potentially a chance them for get goal number 3. That kick is well right, and that's out of bounds on the full. So East Ringwood chance to reset here. It'll be Chelsea Nunn to take the kicking in on the back pocket. Played a couple of senior games this year for the Roos, who themselves are into a grand final next week in the senior women's competition. This ball coming straight back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell puts it up into a good position for a teammate almost to take the grab. Spinning around was Landy. She got her hands off. Under a lot of pressure, run down row. And that's a good reward for the Roos because we know how dangerous Rowe's been.
That's what's kept them in it at the moment. Is their tackling's been excellent.
Oh, absolutely. Endeavour's been great. Bouncing ball eludes everyone and comes out the back where Shaw is waiting for it. She gets past an opposition, takes a bounce, can take another bounce, can go inside 50, handballs it forward into a bit of space. It's cut off here by Sterrett, who's composed before she kicks it down the middle of the ground, was looking to try and get it off to a teammate. Out the back is Johnston, getting involved in this one. She can run onto it, spinning around, doing nicely, has some teammates to work with. Her kick forward, cut off here by Blackburn. It's Brower who is able to get this going forward. Jones finds her target. And once again, they go towards Landy. Great grab, about 60 out from home. Landy wheels around and puts this inside 50. Plenty of numbers underneath this one for Blackburn. Going with the don't argue there was the skipper and Jessica Cheevers. And her kick intercepted by the Roos. In defence there, Danielle Kane looks to use the skipper in Nunn. As she gets this one out of the defensive half of the ground. It's a 1-on-2. Great grab. That Landy again. Her kick though smothered. Great pressure. Well done by Sterrett. Her handball cut off again by Blackburn. Brower, Landy. They both don't go for it. Gives the Roos a bit of a chance. There's been a free kick here awarded to Blackburn. So coming back. Hectic couple of minutes here for both sides. As the Blackburn side go forward once more, grabbing it on the second attempt. Fantastic mark, and now a chance for Hicks to go back and put through Blackburn's third. Be kicking directly in front, but a fair way out. Let's see what she can do with this one. It's a good-looking kick. It's just going to fall short. In fact, it bounces through for a minor score, so almost another opportunity there. But it's 2-7-19 Blackburn. East Ringwood yet to score. 5.5 minutes gone second term.
Yeah, they've just got to try and get their structure better. East Ringwood at the moment, they're just getting caught out around the contest. They need to be a little bit stronger in there, hold the ball in and create ball-ups if they can't get it out properly.
Yeah, they've certainly had some moments. But you're right, if they can get a hold of that, they'll give themselves a bit of a chance here to hit the scoreboard. That was Nunn, who was fantastic there, kept it alive. Almost taking the mark was Wild, got hands to it, has 2 Blackburn defenders chasing her. Brower's one of them. She wins the footy, but her kick out of bounds on the full, so big chance here for the Roos. They'll get inside 50 out of this.
That was great pressure then. She was caught outmanoeuvred, but then continued on and worked really hard to get that free kick.
So Wild. She puts this Inside 50 came off the hands that time. Wollstonecroft run down in the tackle by Ross. Ball comes free. Kicking it forward that time. Svarkov, a chance for Kent. She got her hands off. Just almost getting through the tackle was Sharp and given the free kick too. So might be in range from here. We'll be right behind this one, so we'll be able to get a good look if it goes through off the boot well. Abby Sharp.
She is their goal kicker. She's kicked 38 this year, so hopefully she can. She's got her kicking shoes on. Their first shot at goal.
Absolutely. First set shot for the Roos. Can they get on the board here? Sharp extends the angle. That's a good-looking kick off the boot. It's just going to fall short, but still a chance for East Ringwood. The ball's still alive. Blackburn defends under a bit of pressure here. Good tackling again, but Blackburn find a way to clear this out. Running onto this now will be Landy. She's able to get her hands off in time, but the umpire says to give it back to him and he'll ball it up. Still inside forward 50 for East Ringwood. Can they get their first score on the board out of this? They've got some numbers around this one. It's Neville. Her kick hitting up a target. That was well worked. It is Sharp. She had a pretty good attempt on that last one. Just couldn't quite get the distance. See how she goes on this one. It's probably a much better angle, but probably maybe a little bit further out than her last set shot on goal. Here's Sharp. Can she get there first? That's a good-looking kick, but again, that wind pushing it to the left. But the Roos on the board, their first minor score of the day, one behind to Blackburn 2-7-19.
Tell you what, she reads the ball incredibly well in the air for a smaller forward. She judged that perfectly.
Yeah, starting to come alive in this quarter and getting the Roos on the board at least as this ball tracks towards the boundary line, keeping this one in. That was really nicely done. Handballing it off to a teammate, Marshall. Her kick down the line. Can they get Lohman to mark this one? Emily Lohman looks to use the handball. Running into trouble though. Didn't know that Wild was right there. And you're right, David. That has been probably the best thing for East Ringwood today is their pressure and their tackling has been first class as they look to go towards their forward line. Coming through the pack there, getting the handball away in time was Neville. Got it off to Bandera, who kicks towards the boundary line. Can Sharp keep this one alive? She can. Sharp from the boundary line. She's almost going to put through what would have been the goal of the day, but it's touched across the line that time by Gill.
So they're managing to keep it in their forward 50 at the moment. It's really good pressure work. So the score will come if they can continue to do this.
Yeah, they'll be really happy with this last 5 minutes as Blackburn themselves just want to compose as they come out of defence and try and get something going. That's Jones who sends a kick down the line. No mark taken. Ross was involved here. She kept it in front of herself. Picked up by Laverso. A ball up just outside forward 50 for the Roos. We're 10 minutes into this second term. Thanks for joining us today on EFNL YouTube for the Under-18A Girls Grand Final. Of course, we have the Under-17.5A Grand Final to follow this one. Also live on YouTube. Let us know where you're tuning in from today as we're back in action again. It's Landy who gets her handball off to a teammate, Wollstonecroft, who's got herself a free kick. She uses the corridor. Can they get it marked from this one? Juggling it nicely with Shaw. Looks to take advantage. Takes a bounce. Almost runs into trouble, but gets it back to Landy, who dodges at the right time to get away from a tackler towards the half-forward line. Defence has been good here for the Roos, and there'll be a chance for the skipper to move this down the line. She can take a bounce. She can take another one if she chooses. Sends this one forward. Blackburn with plenty of numbers. Out the back, though. A chance of Sharp. Off the right boot towards goal. How's the bounce? Running onto this one. Sharp might just go through, but it was a difficult option there. A difficult choice for Bandera to either just go for it and try and get that one through or let the ball bounce, which unfortunately for them, it did not bounce kindly.
No, it was one of those ones she tried to do the little chip pass over the top, and it just went over the top and bounced the wrong way.
So that is their third behind. So 3 behind East Ringwood, 2-7-19 for Blackburn. But as we've said, this has been a really, really good patch here for the Roos. As Sharp involved again. Oh, she's picked up that very cleanly as she puts this one inside 50. Spalling across the line. Still keeping this one in was Gill. Did well. It's going to come straight back, Sterrett. Can they get a goal out of this? They're pushing hard for the last few minutes, looking for their first of the day. Rushing through there was Neville. Umpire says play on. We'll get another ball up.
I tell you what, I love the work this quarter of Sterrett, Ross and Sharp have been absolutely super this quarter.
All worked really hard to try and get the Roos back into this game. They are only 16 points down, so if they can get a goal here, they'll certainly go a long way for their chances. They've played well so far. Handballing it forward there was Ross. Blackburn with the answers. They can't quite hit the handball target, and it was Sharp who cut it off, who, as you mentioned, is having a purple patch in this quarter. Ball up inside forward 50 for the Roos. The tap down was won by East Ringwood, but it's Blackburn trying to clear it out. Who can get there first? Important ball to be won. The handball was good. Got it in front of Landy. Gave her something to work with. Again, East Ringwood don't give her much space.
And that's the thing. They haven't been given any space to move in at the moment. Blackburn, their tackling pressure around the contest been outstanding, East Ringwood.
Absolutely, and we saw it at a couple times in that first quarter when they do get the space and how quickly they transition the footy, Blackburn. So if they can keep this up, we'll give them a real chance. Handball forward that time, and now it's Sterrett towards goal. Out the back, almost. Can't quite take the mark with Bandera. She chases it across the line. And it'll be Gill. Eloise Gill to take the kick in on the back pocket for Blackburn.
Got to be careful they don't allow Blackburn to switch. No, they're not going to switch. They had the numbers.
They did, but they choose to go back on the far side of the ground out here at Knox Gardens Reserve. Out the back for East Ringwood was Wild. They move this forward again. There's Ross. Ross, a high kick. Bandera's underneath this one. Got hands to it. It's going to cross the line. So still right where they wanted. Inside 50. We've played 14 minutes into this second term. It's 3 behind East Ringwood. 2-7-19 Blackburn. Both of the Blackburn goals coming in this first quarter. We're close to half-time here. Out of the ruck. Straight down to a teammate who just misses to the left. It was a good attempt at goal, but just a minor score. 4 behinds for East Ringwood now. 2-7-19 Blackburn.
As you say, if they can kick one, that'll give them a huge amount of confidence because they've played a really good second quarter so far.
They have. They certainly have probably taken Blackburn away from what they want to play. As a good mark taken once again by Jones.
She's been strong this quarter, and especially in that kick-out direction.
Yeah, absolutely. Taking some good marks today. As back on the far side again. It's kicked forward by Rees. Blackburn have got some numbers to clear this one out of the half-back line. Running onto this one now, Shaw. Couldn't quite pick it up. Follows up with a tackle, though. That time on Johnston. Ball comes back out. Doing well. There was the skipper in none, but can't get through. 3 Blackburn defenders.
But again, they were out Blackburn twice, and the tackle pressure kept the ball in.
Been really good from both sides today. Ross fell over in the tackle. Another ball up.
And they're a bit frustrated, Blackburn, at the moment. You can see their body language. They're a little bit frustrated. They haven't got any easy clearances.
Well, and we know how much of a high-scoring attacking side they are, so there wouldn't be too many times that they've only kicked the 2 goals in the first half. So that would be something for East Ringwood to take away. But they're looking to get a third as they move forward very quickly towards the half-forward line. Almost had a number out the top. This is an opportunity. They've got 2-on-1 if they can work this forward. Taking a bounce is Shaw. Takes another one. Can take a third bounce. Can go for home. Shaw puts it through for a goal. What a play, end-to-end for Blackburn, and they get their third, 3-7-25. East Ringwood 4 behinds.
She's a dangerous player because even though they've been twice already, she's got the ball and taken bounces. She's either dropped the ball or she's gone the wrong way. That way, at times, she had perfect space in front of her, took 3 bounces, and a beautiful kick inside into the breeze for a goal. So a really, really crucial goal for them. And it hurts. East Ringwood have had all that play, got it in there, been in there, just transferred straight up. So that's the strength of the Blackburn team.
Yeah, that was fantastic finish, and we did see that once the numbers opened up in front, they were always a big chance, and right on the half-time siren. So that hurts East Ringwood. But for Blackburn, they get back to a 21-point lead at the main change, 3-7-25 to 4 behind East Ringwood. We're going to go to our half-time break here on the other side, the second half action in this Under-18A Girls Grand Final. Welcome back to the Deakin University Under-18A Girls Grand Final out here at Knox Recreation Reserve. A massive afternoon ahead. We've got the second half here to come as Blackburn run out in the field. East Ringwood out there at the moment. Half-time, Blackburn currently lead 3-7-25 to East Ringwood. 4 behinds. as we're ready to go for this second half. I'm Ryan Long, joined by Brett Davidson. Davo, a really, really interesting first half. That second quarter, despite the scoreline, they had all 4 behinds in that quarter, East Ringwood, and a late goal does hurt, but we saw the signs and what they were able to do, and they're starting to create some opportunities. They'll be going against the win this quarter, but I've liked what I've seen so far in that quarter.
Yeah, really enjoyed that. I thought they dominated, really, that second quarter. It was a very good goal, that last goal that Blackburn scored. Beautiful transition goal. Three bounces and running to score. But, yeah, looking forward to see they keep up this pressure. That's what they need.
It's going to be a big third term. Blackburn currently leading by 21 points. The undefeated season so far. We're back in the middle again. Spinning around nicely was Marshall. Got it on the boot. The right boot towards the wing. Picked up nicely. The handball off to Rowe, who's been good. Inside 50. The mark is intercepted by Rees, who's off straight away. Summer Rees in towards the middle of the ground. The handball was cut off. They continue to try and maintain possession of the football, trying to trap this one, and they do. Now they're off the right boot towards the half-forward line. Blackburn have the numbers in defence. The mark was dropped. Still maintaining possession of the football, though. Often racing there. Archbold clearing kick. It's cut off again by the Roos, back in the middle of the ground. Going to want to get the first one of this third term if they're a chance today to walk away with the premiership, as they'll send this one inside 50. Can they get a mark out of this? Out the back, they've had a player out there if they could just break that tackle, but couldn't quite. So we'll get a ball up deep inside East Ringwood's forward 50. Even contest out of here. Landy can't get rid of it. We'll get another ball up.
Gee, I tell you what, she works so hard in the contest, Landy. I mean, she's been tackled a lot, but her first hands has been enormous.
She's been first to the footy so often, as chasing this one is Marshall. Trapped it nicely, spun around, and now sends this one out of attack. One-on-one contest, the ball slips through out the back, and there's O'Donnell. Soccers off the ground, and look at the speed she has on her. Can kick it off the ground, can pick it up. She does. She's tackled. Play on. Ball comes back out. Under a bit of pressure now. Rees, it's cut off and going forward, taking the bounce, losing possession of the ball. There was Rowe. Tap forward by O'Donnell. She's worked hard for this one. Can't cleanly pick it up, but they've got the numbers. Now she does. She spins around. Can put this on the right for her second of the day, and she does just that. Absolutely brilliant. And Samantha O'Donnell has goal number 2, and Blackburn move to 4-7.
Well, that is just a tremendous bit of she never gave up once. 3 times there she's come from the wing into 3 different contests and eventually has won it through just persistence. Got the ball and a nice kick around the corner for a goal. So she's so hard to match up on because she's good in the air, she's quick. They've put her out up high. They don't have anyone deep. Nice setup. I like their setup, Blackburn, at the moment.
Hard work, and just the work rate from her was fantastic, because we're back in the middle against Sterrett, who's been good. She got her hands off in time, and they'll try and get the quick response inside 50. Great transition. The mark was just dropped there, potentially by Sharp, as Blackburn now can have the numbers off the halfback to transition this forward towards us on the broadcast side. There's Ross. Picked it up nicely, fell over in the back. No, play on. Ross. She's wrapped up by Landy. So we're about 70 out from the Blackburn goals. 4-7-31 to 4 behinds. Third term, the premiership quarter. The handball forward there by Rowe. Couldn't quite get it to her teammate. There's Lohman. At the back again is Rowe. Pushed aside as now Hayley Ross for the Roos. No mark taken. It was a good contest that time. Laverso underneath that one. It was picked up by Kent. And we'll get a ball up right in front of us on the broadcast side of the ground. Big opportunity for the Roos as they are about 70 metres out from their own goals. Kent. The handball forward that time. Strakov. Socket out of mid-air. Wolstencroft into a bit of space. Gave an opportunity there for Ross. Picked up by Sterrett. Been one of the Roos' best today. We'll get another stoppage in the middle of the ground. So tap down, won by the Roos. Landy picked up nicely, got the hands off. Got it to Laverso, back to Landy. And they try and hit up the target. It wasn't able to work out well as Ross couldn't keep that one in. So, coming off hands, we get a ball up right in front of us. We've got the perfect position for this one. Out of the ruck was Bandera. Her kick forward. Trapping it nicely.
You know, it's just been moments at this stage, just a kick forward or whatever it may be that's just against East Ringwood. That's so clever. And they do this well run forward of the contest.
And there is a perfect example of that through row. Was looking for O'Donnell. In front position was the skipper, who sends a beautiful kick forward. Just couldn't quite hit the target. Hicks has come into this one. It was picked up first by East Ringwood through Bell. And that almost would have been a perfect kick from Cheevers. It just couldn't quite get to the target. It was tapped down. There she is now, off the left boot towards goal. The skipper has two, and Blackburn has their fifth. 5-7-37 to fall behind.
She's just all class, isn't she?
Oh, she's dangerous.
Dangerous, but not. She a first grabber, grabs it and goes onto that left, and it's a dangerous left foot she's got. Really impressive. I think the mistake the East Ringwood girl made before that contest was she had grass in front of her and was being pressured. She could have kicked along the ground. She could have kicked it off the ground and got more grass instead of taking the time to bend it down, pick it up, and then got immediately tackled, created the contest, and then the ball came out for Cheevers to get that goal. But yeah, their goals have been just that clean play where they get through the front of the contest and they've got foot speed. They've got a number of girls on their side that have got real, genuine foot speed at the moment.
Yeah, 100%. And that does extend the margin past the 5-goal mark. It's 33 points in favour of the undefeated Blackburn side. Bandera with the tap down. They've been okay in the centre clearances today, East Ringwood.
Yeah, they've created lots of secondaries and third bounces.
This time, Bandera. In fact, it's Lohman for the Burners. Got the handball off to Rowe. Rowe with a bit of space. Sends this one back into attack. Looking for Hicks. Chasing this one across the line. Unable to keep it in. Came off hands, I believe. So, in fact, it didn't. So it'll be Chelsea Nunn. And I've seen her play at senior level this year, which is just fantastic to see. But her kick this time turned over, and Rowe been everywhere today.
Yeah, she's been very good.
And she hit up a target. O'Donnell was the lead. Parsons did well. And we might just get another stoppage where...
And the thing about Rowe is that she's got that ability from the stoppage. She does go through the front of the pack and seems to be that link player with pace who's been able to bring the ball into the forward line. She's done that 3 or 4 times today.
Yeah, absolutely is. We get another ball up again. Trying to trap that one was Ross. Got past her opposition. Sends it towards the far side. Sterrett did fantastically. She got the handball forward. Just into a bit of space for her teammate. She might run into her own handball. She does. Under a bit more pressure, though. Going with the don't argue. Just getting the hands off in time was Ross. Back in the middle of the ground. Dangerous ball here for East Ringwood if Blackburn can pick it off. We get another stoppage.
I tell you what, Sterrett and Ross, you cannot question their ability to their endeavour has been enormous today for East Ringwood.
Absolutely. Won plenty of the football. Here's Sharp, who's pushed forward up the ground. A quick handball from Jones. Got it off to Lohman. Now it's turned over in the Roos. Try and get this up through Ross. She's run down the tackle by the other Ross of Blackburn. As this time we get a stoppage right outside the forward 50 arc for Blackburn. 9 minutes gone third term. 5-7-37 to 4 behind East Ringwood. Thanks for joining us today on EFNL YouTube on grand final day for the junior competition. Great kick there from Neville. Find her target in Sharp, who passes it off to the runner, who sends this one down the line. No mark taken, keeping it in front of her was Molly Brower. Took her a bit of time to collect it, and she did in the end, and she got it off Wollstonecroft inside 50. The bounce eluded the skipper and Cheevers, but still an alive ball here for O'Donnell. Run down by Nunn. Ball came back out to Rowe. Rowe towards goal, has missed to the right. So a minor score to Blackburn, 5-8-38. East Ringwood 4 behinds. Almost 10 minutes gone third term.
And again, in that dangerous position, Rowe. Just she had space, she had the opportunity, just missed with the kick. So whoever's got her has just got to be a little bit more accountable, not allow her to create and get as forward as what she does.
Certainly found a lot of space today as the kick out of defence, going to be cut off. There's Ross. She might just put this one towards goal. O'Donnell's there, dropped the mark. Cheevers was there as well. She puts through goal number 3, and the skipper's having her influence. It's going to be one of the two to finish it off, and it is Jessica Cheevers, who has 2 in the quarter and 3 for the game.
And that's where, you know, there's some real class in this side, and the ability then of Ross, who has been exceptional today with her drive from the wing through the half forward line. 2 key targets that they can aim for that are good in the air and good on the ground. That's just been the difference between the two sides at the moment.
So that margin now out to 40 points. Well tapped down from the Roos. Sharp running onto this. She did nicely. Got it forward. She might pick up her own kick. She does. But bringing her down to the ground. That time was Sienna Landy. So ball up just outside the forward half here for East Ringwood. High kick up and under. Who's going to take the mark? It's a quick little handball there off to Brower. They did that nicely, Blackburn. And this is important ball to be won. Bit of pressure here on Bell. Yep. She gets a free kick.
Yeah, that's a good decision.
And important one for the Roos too, because
they were away, weren't they?
They were away, and they were looking very dangerous. So Bell kick forward, hits up the target, not quite being able to bring down the mark that time. They've got some numbers around here. That was Wild, under a bit of pressure. Ross involved again. And right in front of us, we'll get a ball up. So we've played over 12 minutes into this third term. It's 6-8-44 to East Ringwood 4 behind. Knox Gardens reserve today. Thanks for having us. They run this day fantastically. As Landy, ball comes back out. Kick forward from Johnston. Towards the half-forward line. In front position was Strakov, who's going to give the ball back to the umpire here, and we'll have another ball up. Can the Roos get a goal? A late third-term goal. Get some more score on the board. It's been a real dominant performance from Blackburn. They potentially got away with a throw there as it comes back out. A lot of numbers around for both sides. A handball from Parsons to a teammate coming past. It's picked off, and now it's a chance for Ross. Ross sends it forward. Hicks is the deepest target for Blackburn. Numbers for East Ringwood. It was...
You know, that was a beautiful kick from Ross. She looked down. She didn't have anyone to hit. So she just went over the top of the pack and allowed the ball to not go out of bounds. It was such a clever kick.
Yeah, it gave them just an opportunity, which still remains inside their forward 50. Hicks with the tackle on that one. So we'll get another ball up. Cheevers taps it down to herself. Handball's up in the air, socket off the ground, and that one out of bounds. So Jessica Cheevers, who has 3 goals for the day, is a long way out from home here, so she won't be able to kick the 4th just yet. She'll put it towards the top of the square. You know what? It's not a bad attempt itself. It just falls short. Who's out the back? It's Hicks. And Marley Hicks puts through Blackburn, 7th of the day. 7-8-50 to East Ringwood 4 behinds. 14 minutes gone, third term.
Well, she was probably a good, if it's a true 50, it would be, she was nearly 50 out. She put it at the into the middle of the goal square. Beautiful kick. And then just a great opportunist goal there. And again, it's just probably the overall class of Blackburn just coming through at the moment. And East Ringwood have been working incredibly hard all over the ground. But there's just a little bit of a class difference at the moment. But the one thing you can't say is that they haven't given up. They've continued to tackle hard. They've continued to push hard. They just probably don't have the talent all over the ground that Blackburn have at the moment.
Well, you're right. The endeavours cannot be questioned. But you're looking at a side who has been simply phenomenal all year. Have not lost a game, have not looked like losing a game. And they tap it down out of the middle. Looking to really extend the margin. As running free, taking a bounce is Ross. Off the left boot. Centres it inside 50. Bounce keeps this one alive and gives an opportunity there for Rowe. Got the handball off to O'Donnell. O'Donnell towards the pocket. Bounces out of bounds. So none to take the kick here for the Roos. And O'Donnell cuts it off. O'Donnell towards the top of the square. Came off a few hands. Hicks handballed it up and running into an open goal is Rowe. And Rowe puts through Blackburn's 8-8-56 to fall behind East Ringwood.
So a few things to say there. O'Donnell, who could have and probably would have in the first quarter gone back to have a kick at goal, she goes back, she puts it to the top of the square, a perfect kick. They've got two talls up there. The talls have managed to be able to get their hands on it. And Rowe, who we've spoken about, her ability to run outside the contest, managed to be able to get the ball and run into an open goal. So another fantastic piece of football and really smart football by Blackburn, the way they managed to get that goal.
Yeah, absolutely. It certainly was. And it now extends the margin out to 52 points. Been a big third term for the Burners as East Ring will get the clearance. Underneath that one, that's a great mark taken. So now going forward, Charlotte Kent. Can they get a mark out of this? There was a push in the back. It'll be a free kick here going the way of the Burners and Eloise Gill.
It's probably the area that's let them down a bit, hasn't it, East Ringwood? They just haven't got anything up forward at the moment that's been able to create, apart from Sharp.
Sterrett was fantastic there. Her kick in the middle. Could go either way depending on how the bounce went. Ross chasing this hard. Can't quite pick it up the first time, does the second time. Now off the right boot forward. Bouncing in towards the corridor, doing fantastically there, Archbold. Now inside 50 for the Burners. Spalling that at the right time was Harvey. Under a lot of pressure, here's Nunn. She's wrapped up in the tackle and holding the ball. Free kick to Blackburn. Now there were two Blackburn tacklers. And it was O'Donnell and Cheevers.
I think she's a bit unlucky there. I thought that was a mark. I thought she got the first touch and the ball went over the back and she got the second one. They've called a play on. Fair enough. A little bit stiff in that situation.
So the skipper, who has 3 goals for the day so far, kicked 2 in this quarter, is lining up for goal number 4 off the left boot and judges it perfectly. She is a star. And Blackburn now move to 9-8 to East Ringwood 4 behinds.
So she's got it all, hasn't she? Even, and you can see she's really pumped up. She wants them to fire on and keep going. The tackling pressure has been enormous. I think they've got a few stars, but she's nearly the brightest at this stage. I just really like the way they've really come to play this quarter.
Oh, they have. They've certainly put it on the scoreboard this quarter. As Rote handles it off. They link up again. Just missed the target that time and still worked okay because getting through traffic there was Rowe. She got the handball off to Lohman. Now inside 50 again. the floodgates really started to open. Cheevers handballs it back. Ross, a high kick towards goal. How's the bounce? What a goal from Ross. Goal of the day in the grand final. 10-8-68 Blackburn, 4 behinds East Ringwood, and she deserves that because she's been absolutely sensational this quarter and the entire game.
Exactly, and when she kicked it, I thought, that breeze is going to take that a bit further than I think. Didn't expect it to go through, but yeah, she's been a ripper. And again, Cheevers, I'd love to know how many goal assists she's been involved in as well. I think that's the second or third this quarter.
Of course, there is a best on ground medal, I believe, today. So a few candidates, and both those two names that we just mentioned are certainly going to be in the conversation for it. There's the handball that time. Wollstonecroft was cut off. The handball forward. Now an opportunity for Sharp, who takes the mark just before the three-quarter time siren and had a really good second term and potentially can put through the Roos first, be kicking 35 out, bit of an angle.
Into a bit of a breeze. But
into the breeze.
She deserves to get a goal here. She's been their one true forward.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a known goal kicker. Can Sharp put the first through for East Ringwood on the three-quarter time siren? It just can't quite get across the line as Blackburn, they're 1 quarter away from an undefeated season in the under-18A girls premiership. They are 10-8-68. East Ringwood 4 behinds. The goal kickers, it's the multiple goal scorers. Jessica Cheevers, the captain, has 4. 2 to Samantha O'Donnell, and then singles to Hicks, Rowe, Ross, and Shaw. We're going to take one last break here and then be back for the final quarter action. Final quarter of action out here at Knox Gardens Reserve. Blackburn and East Ringwood in the grand final, and the Burners are 64 points up in this final quarter after a spectacular third term. Let's see what the Roos can do in this quarter. See if they can get a couple goals back themselves in coming up against a side that is just unbelievably good. They have not lost a game all season. We always knew today was going to be a tough ask for East Ringwood. They've fought extremely hard, but this Blackburn side has been unbelievable. The handball forward, they link up again. That time it was from Hicks. Was looking to get it off to Lohman. Tapping this forward for East Ringwood, trying to get this out of their defensive half of the ground. Being real pressured here was Nunn. We'll get another ball up.
She's been good today too, Nunn. She's really held that back line together.
Absolutely. You can see why she's played some senior footy this year. Important one to be won as Landy trying to break through the tackle of Sterrett, who has probably been East Ringwood's best.
Yeah, she's certainly been right up there with Ross. I think they've both been extremely good today.
So the tap down one by the Roos, and here they go through Duke, clearing it out and finding a target in the middle of the ground. The mark was taken. Now they go forward, trying to get something out of this one. Blackburn with some numbers in defence. They go towards us on the broadcast side of the ground. The bounce certainly didn't favour Marshall. They gave an opportunity for Johnson, who hits up a target. They've worked this along nicely. Amelia Neville. Her kick, looking to hit up a target. Couldn't quite take the mark, keeping it in front of herself that time was Kane. Ball comes out in favour of Landy, who puts it towards us on the broadcast side. Funny little bounce, works perfectly for her teammate that time in Marshall. She gets her hands off, and this is where they're really dangerous. They've got the overlap run, the handball forward to Laverso. Laverso inside 50, and great intercept mark there by Nunn, who we just mentioned before has tried her heart out today, and she hits up a target in Johnston. Johnson centre wing, puts this in towards the corridor. Keeping it in front of herself there was Brower. And we'll get another ball up.
They just need to get one over the top they can run onto at the moment.
They're looking to try and push forward again. The handball that time from Bandera was cut off. Now Ross. Ross towards centre half forward. Lohman was in front position. She's read this one nicely. Handball forward. Rowe run down in the tackle that time, holding the ball, free kick. And there's Nunn again, who was quick to receive the ball back because she wants to move this on towards us. That's a fantastic kick, hits up the target. Once again in Indiana Johnson, who has a 2-on-1. Came off hands. Still alive here for the Roos. Ball comes back out. That was Neville. Her kick, though, it's going to go across the line. Unable to keep it in, Could Sharp, and it'll be Jones to take the kick in here for the Burners. As the sun starts to make its way back out for this final quarter of action, we still have one more game to be live streamed and played out here at Knox Gardens Reserve. Here's a chance for the Roos. It's wild towards the pocket once again. Blackburn will be able to keep this one in, and they do. And it's a dangerous kick, and it's been turned over, and the mark is taken by Danielle Kane. Potentially in range. Looks to maybe extend the angle here and put it towards a teammate at the top of the square. Blackburn with plenty of numbers. Archbold sends it out. Out the back, couldn't quite bring it down. And now Blackburn, once again, there's a run. And they've got options galore. It was a 3-on-2, but East Ringwood have done really well here to even up the contest. And it looked like it was a potential opportunity there. Marshall sent that one forward for Blackburn.
They've just been a little bit cleaner with their hands too, haven't they? A couple of times, even this quarter, nice. The 1-2 has been really clean.
So, even contest there in the ruck is quick little handball out to Hicks. Hicks sends it forward. Underneath this one, that's Nunn again, who's probably taken 8 or 9 marks in defence. Hits up Sterrett.
And that's what I like about her as well, is that she not only takes marks, but she hits up, and look, she's just running
Well, there she
on.
is.
And again,
And she's able to find a teammate, and they link up against Derek. There's none. So she's worked her way up towards the centre of the ground. Inside 50. Still numbers in favour of the Burners. And they'll be able to clear it out towards the middle of the ground. They hit up a target. Could be Landy out there, potentially. She now sends this one forward. Finds a target in Marshall.
That was a lovely kick.
It was. And Marshall now inside 50. It's one-on-ones. Handball forward. They're going to link up over the top to Shaw. Gets it. Hands off in time. And we'll get another ball up.
Again, great defensive pressure. They were going to run into an open goal then, Blackburn, but defensive pressure from East Ringwood.
Yep, they were able to hold it up. Now getting a bit of space, handling it forward to Hicks. Spins around. Her kick stays alive and almost hits up a target. Still not safe yet on East Ringwood as they try and clear this one out now through Summer Rees. Blackburn again go forward towards goal. This one is going to fall short. How's the bounce? Keeps it alive. An opportunity for Rowe.
You just about, apart from the fact they didn't score, that was what they call a fortuitous bounce.
Yes, it was. Been a few of those today. Clearing this there from East Ringwood, who continue to fight hard in this game. And unfortunately for them, they just haven't been able to get any.
There's a little bit of feeling in the game at the moment too. There's a little bit of some late bumps and some solid tackles. It's there's a lot on the line here. They're still very, very passionate about.
Absolutely. It's a long kick inside 50, almost taking the mark. There's the skipper, spins around onto the left for goal number 5. Unbelievable. Jessica Cheevers has taken this game apart in the second half. That is her 4th goal in the second half, Davo.
And the thing about it, so that if you're going to sit and watch some of the way these girls play, if you're a younger girl that you want to have a look to see some of the way these girls play, have a look at the way she attacked the football then, brought it to ground, and then when she got onto her left, she took 2 really quick steps, got clearance, and was able to hook it around. Very, very impressive girl.
You can't ask much more from your captains today.
No.
On both sides of the field. It's her 5th goal and certainly a big chance of the best on ground today. Just got a kick away in time by Rowe. Neville handballed back to Duke. Free kick here going the way of Duke. Up on her feet there. Now 8 minutes into this final quarter out here at Knox Gardens Reserve. 11-8-74 to 4 behinds. The Roos go inside 50. Still chasing their first of the day. Involved again that time. But it's going to be a ball up.
I just need to get someone at the bottom of the pack here to get the ball.
Well, they'd love to get a goal on grand final days. They'd push forward again, that time through Ross. Going nowhere with the pressure from Blackburn. Another ball up. There's Sterrett. Gets her hands back to Bandera. Handball over the top. Off the right boot forward there from Ross. Tapped away that time from Shaw. Comes back to Ross. Ross towards the goal square. Hits up a target in sharp. Takes the mark. And a little bit closer than her other set shots down at this end of the ground. Yeah, not too much of an angle.
She's a class act too in the way that she reads the ball off the boot. And
Abby Sharp has put through the Roos first. She gets her first of the day, and the Roos move to 1-4-10, 11-8-74. Good reward for the effort she's been able to put in today.
Oh, definitely. And again, you know, she's gone back. She's probably kicked 1-3 out of their score and had plenty of opportunities. And it's great to see. You never like to see any game where a team doesn't score a goal, and particularly as the fact that they've deserved to score one. It's not like it's a charity goal. They've actually deserved because of good play. I mean, Blackburn have been unbelievably good, and East Ringwood haven't been that far behind. It's just been, as I keep saying, the overall class and strength of the Blackburn side has been evident. I think they've lost the ball, or they can't get the ball.
Possibly. It looks like we're just going to be waiting a moment to get one back. Is that the school behind the goals there?
Yeah, and
Potentially gone over the fence.
And usually there's someone over there that can get it, but it's just sitting there and all by its lonesome on the grass.
It doesn't seem like anyone behind the goals too keen on getting it. We've got a new ball coming out, which is great as we're past the 10-minute mark of this final term. 11-8-74 to 1-4-10, 64-point lead to Blackburn.
And if someone gets to school early tomorrow morning,
I'll get a freebie.
They get a free Sharon.
Not bad. Good quality.
I don't know if this is a brand new one.
So we're back in the middle either way. Tap down one by the Roos. Landy was first to the ball, wrapped up in the tackle by Amelia Neville. So another ball, the free kick going the way of Landy. And she'll kick towards us on the broadcast side. Hits up a target.
She's got nice hands, this girl too.
Absolutely is. Shaw gets past her opposition, takes a bounce, loves to run with the footy, gets it off to the captain. Beautiful left boot inside 50. That was a beautiful kick. Fell out the back to O'Donnell. We're going to ball up, about 15 out from the Blackburn goals.
And that's what you like to see, just the way that they're free-flowing. They take the game on all the time, the Blackburn girls.
Oh, they play a terrific brand of football. One of the best left footers, I reckon, in the comp. As we get another ball up. Tap down was one, but it potentially comes back. Steriff involved in a pretty heavy contest there. Ball still alive. Lohman involved.
Yeah, it was an accidental one, but she has. I think they may have actually clashed heads.
Yeah, it looked like it from first view.
Because I think the Blackburn girl has, they have got a bit of a blood nose out of it as well. And she was quite concerned about the East Ringwood girl. So that was
it's an accidental clash.
Yeah, Wollstonecroft's come off with a nose, and I got a funny feeling it could be
I don't know,
Ross.
Was that Sterrett potentially?
Or Sterrett, yeah. I think it could be Sterrett.
So currently at the moment, 12 and a half minutes into this final term. If you've just joined us, the Under-18A Girls Grand Final. Blackburn are going to complete a phenomenal year, the undefeated season. 11-8-74 to 1-4-10 East Ringwood. The two clubs will meet again in another 20 minutes in the under 17.5A Boys Grand Final. Blackburn also heading into that one as favourites, and if you want to catch the action, if you're not going to be able to make it to the ground, which I suggest you to come down to at Knox Gardens Reserve, you'll be able to watch this on YouTube.
She's taken a bit of a knock to the head, unfortunately, young Sterrett. She's been very, very good today too.
Oh, 100%. And probably, I would say, their best player today. They've had a few really good players, but she has been exceptionally good. She has fought so hard, has not given up.
And even then, that was purely both girls attacking the football, head down. They've both clashed heads, unfortunately, and it does happen. And I think not only is she a bit sore probably with the head, she's probably exhausted. She's been, she's run up and down the ground all day. Both her and Ross have been exceptional around the contest, and then none in the back half for them. And sharp up in the forward. And I've actually really liked Bandera's job in the ruck as well for East Ringwood. Yep,
they've had some really good players today as the tap down goes straight down to Landy, who gets the handball forward into a bit of space. None's involved for East Ringwood. Landy, her work rate's been outstanding.
I tell you what, I'd hate to have been in the backyard between the brother and sister, because I reckon they would have been at each other the entire time.
Of course, here's O'Donnell off the right boot towards goal for the icing on the cake, hits the post, and 11-9-75 Blackburn now to 1-4-10. She's kicked a couple, probably missed a couple too. She had a couple, three posters.
Yeah, she's had three posters. She's probably had more posters than goals at this stage.
Yes. But you understand why she's almost kicked 50 goals for the season. And she's given away a couple too. But so, certainly selfless. And
I mean, if you think about it, when you've got her and you've got Cheevers down in that forward line.
Yep.
And then they throw the talls down there as well. They're very, very tough to match up on.
It is, and they've been able to particularly prove that in the third quarter. There she is again, Cheevers. High kick. Who's going to be able to mark this one? Sport from behind. In play still. O'Donnell chasing this one. Can she get a hold of it? She keeps it in front of herself. Now runs into a bit of traffic. Still ends up with the footy. Gets her hands off in time. The kick forward that time from Ross. It's a one-on-one. Doing well in defence was Nunn. Her handball away. Trying to clear this one out. And they keep this alive through Bell. Handballed forward from Landy. They link up again. Ball comes out to Marshall. Goes back. And now Hicks. Bouncing towards the pocket. Can she keep this one in? Freeman. She's wrapped up in the tackle and will get a ball up.
She's also a handy player, Hicks, isn't she? She's got that height. They push her deep. Aim the ball up. She brings it to ground. And she's got those other girls to take advantage of it. Yeah,
you're absolutely right. Tapped down one by the Roos. The free kick here going the way, I believe, of East Ringwood in the back pocket. So with 16 minutes gone in this final quarter, it's a 65-point lead to Blackburn. Intercepted this time by Ross, who spins around on the left boot towards goal. It might just clear everyone and bounce through and hits the post. She had that brilliant goal in the third term. That would have been just as good. 11-10-66 Blackburn now. 1-4-10 East Ringwood as Nunn brings this back into play for the Roos. Should kick it towards the far side of the ground. Blackburn still want to continue to pile on the goals. As Landy sends this one back into the forward 50. Came off hand, so no marks taken. Copping one high late. Gives a chance for Zoe Marshall, the vice captain of the side, to have a shot on goal. She'll be kicking from fair way out.
She's also had a good game. She's been really solid.
Yep.
And she's a pretty decent kick, I think, too.
Well, let's see. It'll take her best, be 35 metres out. Bit of an angle against the breeze. Kick falls a little short. O'Donnell tried to claim the mark. Handballs it just into a bit of space. Almost. Now for the Roos. It's Johnston. Just sends that long kick out of defence, and it's all Blackburn who have set up behind the ball. And the mark is taken, and they'll go forward once again. Laverso inside 50, hits up a target. Beautiful kick, and a great lead there by Zoe Marshall once again. So this time, just wants to play on straight away and put it back towards the hot spot. No mark taken. Out ground level, O'Donnell handballs it off to Hicks. Bouncing ball forward. Now off the right boot, a chance for another Blackburn goal, and it's put through the middle, and Harvey has kicked her first, and Blackburn move to 12-10-82, East Ringwood 1-4-10.
So, congratulations to Josie for kicking that goal, but the setup was just tremendous. The kick from Laverso, a beautiful kick to a leading target in Marshall. Marshall takes it, plays on, puts it into exactly the right spot, and then a couple of the ball bobbles around and Harvey kicks the goal. But again, it just shows the connection between the players in all lines at the moment for Blackburn is really good.
So back in the middle again, we get the ball up, tap down one by Blackburn. East Ringwood might get the clearance this time through Neville. Caught in the tackle, holding the ball, free kick going the way of the Burners. They'll go forward once more. And O'Donnell's out the back if he can just get it to her. Wollstonecroft off the right boot. High kick, and the mark is taken. And another opportunity for Blackburn to put in another one, and just some more icing on the cake as Emily Eastwell, who'll be right behind this one, so we'll be able to tell as soon as it comes off the boot if it's going to go through for Blackburn's 13th.
Cheevers is just around here. I'd be running past if I was her.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me, but coming in Eastwell, good kick off the boot, almost a mark taken. That was by Rowe. We get a ball up right in the goal square. I think if it was a little bit earlier in the game, she might have.
Yes.
I've got this one locked up. Have now for a while as they handball forward. O'Donnell still going. O'Donnell onto the right boot, and she has gone number 3.
And that's the thing that's so good about it. She just never gives up. Like, she had that ball, was tackled, the ball was knocked out. She then picked it up, took 2 steps over the shoulder. So she's not only got the skills, but she just never gives up in the contest.
Well, I think the fact when you've got the speed and then you've got the height, a great kick of the ball as well, you've got all the aspects of what is a fantastic forward. And to kick 3 goals, but also potentially, you know, with a couple of those missed goals, probably could have finished with 5 or 6 herself. And no wonder why she has been such an important part of this Blackburn lineup this season. We're back in the middle again. It's 13-10 to 1-4 as East Ringwood looking to get the clearance through Neville. Got it off to Duke. Duke's kicked forward towards the far side of the ground. Out here. And Blackburn again. Been able to hold up defensively quite strong as we get a ball up far side. Almost 21 minutes gone in this 4th term. And there is the siren. Your premiers for 2026. Blackburn complete an undefeated season, 13-10-88, defeating East Ringwood today on the big stage, 1-4-10. And great to see the celebrations out there, Davo, for a side who has done nothing wrong all season. They've been dominant, and this has just caps off what has been a great year for them.
Oh, it certainly has. They truly deserved the win. They played great football right the way through. And yes, they've won by 78 points, but in reality, I don't think you could say that East Ringwood were a 78-point losing side. They played a much better game than what the actual scoreboard says. They just weren't good enough, and as we've said before, the Blackburn team is just full of stars. Their 3 or 4 top-line players are just absolutely incredible. As we said, Cheevers was amazing. I thought Landy's work in the middle, well, she won't get the best player, I wouldn't have thought, but she has just been absolutely sensational. O'Donnell was very, very good for them. Ross was, again, very, very good for them. I love Marshall's work. We've already talked about, I thought Brower in the back line was good. Laverso was also good. The list goes on. I like Rowe and the way that she moves forward. And we go to East Ringwood, and they certainly put up a great effort. Sterritt, great game. Ross, a great game. Nunn was tremendous in the back half. Sharp was really good up forward. I love Bandera's game in the ruck as well. So, you know, they just didn't have enough of the players that were able to stand up and perform. So they can hold their heads up high. They have not been disgraced. As I said, it's a 78-point win, but it didn't play like a 78-point win. So congratulations to Blackburn. Way too good on the day, but also congratulations to East Ringwood because they put up a great performance.
No, they certainly did. And from a Blackburn point of view, as you mentioned, you know, there's not a single player on that side who doesn't play their role and didn't play it today. They had contributors on every line. So did East Ringwood, but I think the quality of the names you've just mentioned and, you know, a fantastic achievement. And we always knew today was going to be tough for East Ringwood. You know, when you come into a grand final as the underdogs, you're playing a Blackburn side who have not lost, not looked like losing all season. They're a high-scoring side as well when they get going, and it was always going to be difficult, but a fantastic promotion, I think, of the under-18 girls football, what we can see coming forward into the senior competition now. You know, Blackburn have been such a strong powerhouse in the women's program through juniors to the seniors. East Ringwood have a senior women's side playing the grand final next week. So I think when you're watching on at home and you know, from other clubs, I'm sure they look at these two as two of the examples of, you know, what really makes a really strong girls program. Yeah,
and I think the other thing is, and again, I need to look at the stats a bit more, but there are some girls that are playing out there today that have got just natural ability in the way that they play their football. They look just so comfortable around the ball. They're comfortable with their knowledge on the ground. They look like they've played a lot of football. And so if you're looking at these sides, if I'm a senior coach of a women's team. I'm looking at some of these games. I'd love to have some of them in my side. I'd be picking some of those up if I could. And if I'm looking in the VFL as well, VFLW, I'd see a few of these girls and say, you know what, these are some of the girls that I really want to give a trial to. I really want to see where Cheevers can go, because she has got every capability of being able to play at a higher level with her intelligence, her ability to. I love her leadership, but she's got some real X factor about her with her kicking, her smarts on the ground, her placement. I really would like to see a side work with O'Donnell. O'Donnell's another one that's got some real X factor about the way that she plays. Landy, another one who's just work rate is phenomenal. And if you look at the two sides, Landy and Sterrett and Ross all play a similar sort of game. They're at the contest, they're hard working, they tackle extremely well, and they continue to just push hard. I really like, as I said, I loved Sharp's work and Nunn in defence. But there's some girls in that Blackburn team that probably the ones, Marshall, her run and carry, Shaw, run and carry.
Yep.
They just take the game on, and you know they just and have got skills. And there were a number of girls there that were kicking the ball, 45 easily and hitting targets, and some of the marking was first rate in a day where it's been difficult to kick a mark because the breeze has played a factor. So we've seen a really top class game of football today.
Absolutely, and we're going to finish things up here. You can stay on the stream because we'll have the presentations down at ground level in just a moment for the Premiership side in Blackburn, and following that we'll have the under 17.58 grand final. But wrapping things up in this under 18A grand final for 2026, it is Blackburn 13-10-88 defeating East Ringwood 1-4-10.
What a way to finish the Under 18A Girls 2026 season. Firstly, commiserations to East Ringwood, who played a gallant game in defeat. And to our premiers, Blackburn, congratulations on a remarkable season topped off by today's win. To start with, we'll invite Sean Loeb up to present the umpires with their medals. In the field, we had Megan Clark and Ethan Box. On the boundary, we have Lucas O'Neill and Xavier Thompson. In the goal, we have June Law and Xavier Dent. To present the best on ground for the under 18 girls, we'll invite Daniel up to present it on behalf of the EFNL. The best on ground, number 14 from Blackburn, Jessica Cheevers. We'll ask the coach of East Ringwood to come up and say a few words.
Thank you. Can I be heard?
Adrian and Blackburn, firstly, congratulations. What a great year you had, and very deserving tribute. Very few teams get to go through a year like you've just had, so savour it, because it hardly ever happens. You'll say a lot. Most teams every year don't win the premiership. You've had a good run now for a couple of years, so savour this, because it doesn't last forever. Congratulations, it's really been a great side. I'd like to say some thank yous first. Stephen, who's been on it for a couple of years. Chris and Kylie, our trainers, thank you very much. Mario, assistant coach this year. Mel, yeah, thank you for being the team manager. Sam for filling in every now and then. And who missed out? Lisa for filling in too. And I think that's everyone. Got it? Okay. Who was it? Kylie and Chris for being the medics. Hey, girls, terrific effort today and all season. Said it many times, this is a team that shouldn't really exist, but we do exist, and we're standing on Knox Reserve, whatever this is called, on Grand Final Day. Couldn't be prouder, couldn't be happier. Thank you for being the team you have been, and thank you for having so much fun with me throughout the year. Won't forget it. All right, we've got some runners-up medals. The first one goes to number 1, Amelia Kulababa. Number 2, Taylor Parsons. Number 3, Lara Sterrett. Number 4, Hayley Ross. We have number 6, Josie Melford. Good job, Melford. Number 7, Millie Neville. Number 8, Mia Bell. Hello, Mia. Number 9, Indy Johnston. Number 10, the Duchess, Andrew Duke. Number 11, Charlotte Kent. Number 12, Aurelia Wild. Got it right. Number 14, Vivian Sharkov. Number 15, our captain, Chelsea Nunn. I should have ignored. We have number 16, Abby Sharp. Number 17, Danny. Number 18, Alexis Phillips. Number 19, Summer Reeves. Number 23, Sienna Baldera. And lastly here, number 91, Alicia Simmons. Thank you again to everybody, to the EFNL, to our opposition, and to everyone who came out to support us today. It's a really good day for footy. Thank you for making it so. We'll invite the coach of Blackburn up to say a few words.
Thank you. The East Ringwood girls, you guys are fantastic footy club. Amazing competitors and girls. I know the scoreline probably does look a bit like that, but you guys really keep doing the same every time we close the season. So, just well done to you guys completely. So, just to acknowledge it, thank you for everything you guys do for, not only our girls to play footy, but the whole competition. It's just an amazing time that the kids can actually just get out there and do their thing. So, well done to you guys. To Blackburn, what an amazing club. To our executives, Simon, Sarah, Liam, Beth, I think a lot of you are here, but the opportunity you give our kids and the work you guys put in, seriously, you guys are just amazing. So just thank you for what you do, because we are such a great club. To all the families of the girls, just incredible support, incredible. You guys are really the unsung heroes of our team, and whatever those girls are each week, it's just incredible. So thank you. To our coaching staff, to Tui, Jed, Anita, the two coaches, just obviously guys, thank you. To you girls, wow, what great. All I can just say is we just love watching you guys play. Seriously, you guys are just jets, and you deserve this. It started in December. There was all the running sessions, full up to 8, and the work that you guys put in. This stuff doesn't just happen easily. You guys really work your backside, got you to do it. So really appreciate it. Just love you guys. So thank you. Thanks everyone.
JTC! Okay, little presentation for the Premiership team. Both over me, I'm Sharon. I'm the team manager for Blackburn. Very proud team manager, should I say. So let's call them up one by one. Firstly, our number 1 back player, where she is. Bring her up, Molly! You might have been seeing double trouble out there today. It's our double duo twins. The score up number 2 first, Ava Laverso. Here comes her sister, it's Millie Laverso. Now, if you didn't hear this name, where have you been? It's the EFNL number 1 goal kicker, it's Sam O'Donnell. New to the Blackburn Footy Club this year, but an absolute dynamo. Let's call her up, Sienna Landy. Another newbie for our club. How lucky are we? Number 7, Isabel Archibald. All right, let's hear it for number 8. It's Sammy. Here she is, one of the best looking in this side, although they're all good looking, but it's Negro! All right, let's call her up, number 10, one of our favourites, Josie Harvey. Where is she, number 11? She looks mean today. Call her up, ME12. Let's bring her up, number 12. Our great forward. Come on up, Beck Jones. Unlucky for some, but one of the best in our team. Marley Hicks, pull her up, 13. All right, let's hear it for number 18, Lila Rowe. Another newbie to our team, but geez, what an absolute gun this girl is, and brought the power through every single game. It's number 19, Itchy! Let's call her up, one of another gorgeous one. It's number 20, Gypsy! Oh, no, sorry, Ava Freeman! Ava Freeman, sorry. All right, number 23, Gypsy, bring her up. Now you wonder why we play such great footy. It's because of our wall in the back. Let's bring her up. It's number 29, Al. And where is she? You can't not see her out on the field. It's our favourite. It's M, number 30. Come on up. All right, on to our vice captains now. Let's call her up. Zoe, what an absolute cracking thing. There, the best on ground today. Number top 3 of EFNL. Let's call her up. She might be my daughter. Number top 3 of EFNL. Let's call her up. She might be my daughter. Just that's it, thank you.
Touch of the Premiership Cup to the 2026 Under-18 Girls Blackburn.